Pressure had been building for a resolution all day. One by one, caucus members had called for the leadership boil to be lanced or for an end to the infighting. Political correspondent Greg Jennett traces the final stages in this phase of the saga.
She had a stealthy fighter, the makings of a lethal weapon of the future.
So you're getting the strength without the weight.
But no trigger.
The Australian's reporting that you're going to be calling a spill on Tuesday.
We answered all of these questions when we were at the other side of town. Thanks very much.
Kevin Rudd had been on the move. From Washington, he said he supported the Prime Minister and wanted to remain as Foreign Minister. But it was never going to be that simple.
Enough is enough, and the issue must be resolved.
Greg Combet declared he was frustrated, fed up, and the destabilisation of Labor's leadership was so seriously distracting the government it had to be brought to a head, and quickly.
This issue needs to be resolved, and it needs to be resolved in the near future.
The question was how. At the very least, Labor MPs were baying for Julia Gillard to confront Mr Rudd and hinting that could be on the cards.
When she chooses to do something or whatever course of action she chooses to take, she will have the support of the caucus.
The leadership had broken out in all directions. As the Foreign Minister indicated in Washington, he was still smarting over Simon Crean's outburst against him on Monday. And he wasn't alone. Caucus members were emerging to repudiate Mr Crean.
And what I feel strongly about is that in a minority government where we're trying to achieve a lot, it is important that we're all working together in terms of trying to get the things that we need to get done. I don't think it's a good look having senior ministers trashing other senior ministers publicly.
We've got a lot to be proud of under his period of leadership, and he deserves a little bit of respect for that.
Before Kevin Rudd leapt, there were definite signs he was going to be pushed anyway. He and Julia Gillard had been locked in a standoff since Sunday. But right throughout it, the Prime Minister's supporters had been watching and waiting for any slip-up that would justify his dumping. They thought they were close to finding one. But such is the intensity of this battle, Kevin Rudd was never going to let his rival have that victory. Greg Jennett, ABC News, Canberra.
No word from Julia Gillard on this so far, but Tony Abbott quickly released a statement. Kevin Rudd has confirmed two things, he wrote. The faceless men are running the Labor Party and the instability at the top of this government is damaging our country. Kevin Rudd's statement tonight confirms that this government is unworthy to continue in office. A Labor leadership challenge is a real possibility. The Ruddites say the now former Foreign Minister has already got at least 40 of the 52 votes he needs, and they hope his words and actions today will earn him some additional sympathy votes. Julia Gillard's troops scoff at that. They reckon he can only count on between 20 and 30 votes and will be crushed in a ballot. Either way, this is unlikely to be the end of a saga that's divided, distracted and demoralised a government. That's all for now from Canberra. Back to your local bulletin.